What's up, everyone? I'm Tamara and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about borderlines and narcissists. Which ones become most offensive or defensive the quickest? Both of them can become easily defensive. That's part of the problem, is they take slights very easily and they can become very tough to deal with when they feel like you have insulted them in some way, and it's usually you're not insulting them at all, but they perceive it as a slight, and so they will come after you and attack you for that. But which one becomes most offensive? One thing that I can point out is most narcissists do not know that they are narcissists. The same could be said for borderline personality disorder, but many borderlines know that they have it and can accept that as a diagnosis. So it kind of gives you a leg up in that area. But I'm going to be honest, at times it feels like I have to walk on eggshells a little bit when talking about borderline personality disorder. For one, because they know they have the disorder. Narcissists are often in denial about being a narcissist, and they may not seek help in the same way that borderlines do. Borderline personality disorder, you have to walk on eggshells a little bit because people become defensive about them, or BPDs become defensive and protective over themselves. I understand to a certain degree because borderlines never ask for the disorder and they are quite innocent in how they got it, either genetically or as a result of poor parenting, neglect, or abuse. The problem I have is when someone has borderline personality disorder, we all pay for it dearly. And while it's a good idea to protect the innocent as much as possible, the people who are on the receiving end of when the disorder conjures up abuse to innocent bystanders, I feel the need to come to their defense as well. People who did not create the disorder are often recipients of undeserved pain when borderline split or go into rages. It does a lot of damage to everyone involved in those exchanges, and not everyone has heard of nor understands borderline personality disorder. So it can be confusing and difficult to shake off the pain that is rendered or bestowed upon the innocent bystander. Borderlines take offense easily and can become quite aggressive. So sometimes when you have to point out some things that borderlines do, it is met with, who do you think you are, and why are you saying something bad about borderlines? But the disorder can do a lot of damage, and I think people deserve to know and understand what it is that they're dealing with. Now, on the contrary, narcissists do not come to the aid of other narcissists in the same way because they think something is wrong with everyone else, not themselves. So both of these types can do incredible damage to people who are in their wake, or they're that are going to come into contact with them. So which disorder is most difficult to contend with? With borderline personality disorder, you have an intense fear of abandonment or instability, and you may have difficulty tolerating being alone. Yet inappropriate anger, impulsiveness, and frequent mood swings may push others away, even though you want to have loving and lasting relationships. But borderlines can have great empathy for people. Narcissists struggle with that, and narcissists can be very vicious. They can lose their temper. They can be sarcastic, bitter, have arguments with people, have intense anger. Borderlines can also have intense anger, but it's inappropriate. But with a narcissist, I think they can be easier to deal with if you are in their good graces. If they like you, they trust you, you might have to kiss up to them a little bit in order to stay in their good graces. But if you are, I think there is more normalcy there, or not normalcy, but there can be There can be moments of normalcy with both of them. It's just that they can be triggered into the disorder, and that's when they become extremely difficult. But I find that in general, it's easier to get along or be in the presence of a narcissist over a borderline, because borderlines become very clingy, very attached, too clingy, and that can start to become a problem. Narcissists are a little bit more independent in that way, but if they are after you, they are a nightmare, because they will come after you, pick on you, attack you, belittle you, put you down, make you feel like an idiot, like you're stupid all the time. And who can take that type of abuse all the time? They can be intensely abusive and not see what they're doing to other people. They see you as terrible, bad, pathetic, but they don't see themselves in the scenario. And so both of them could be difficult to deal with. So both can be very defensive, but what advice can you guys give as far as if you need to share pertinent information about these two disorders? Well, narcissists aren't going to become offensive because they're going to think you're talking about someone else. They can even point out to you another narcissist and not see the traits in themselves at all. So how do you disseminate information without being offensive? But you also need to be truthful, because there are people who are receiving a lot of hurt from borderlines and narcissists, and they don't understand why. So let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely check out my book, The Workplace NaRCISSiST, if you are having to deal with someone who is extremely difficult. It could be because they have narcissistic personality disorder, so check it out. It's on Amazon by Tamara Zyon, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.